Well, this is a Variety Kid, and I know I haven't posted anything in a month. But however, I don't know. I mean, I tried doing a 10 best songs of 2019, but I don't know. It just seemed like I had everything I had to say about each of the songs was exactly the same. Um, I, yeah, and I didn't have time to record live stream on New Year's Eve. It probably would have been pretty big because, it's the new decade, yeah. Happy New Decade to all of y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying it. But I don't know. I was gonna say, I would really like it if you could suggest something to me. If you have my phone number, I'm not gonna give out my phone number, obviously, but most of my fans have my phone number. So if you have my phone number, you can feel free to text me any suggestions, or if you don't have my phone number, I feel free to leave some request in the comments. But this was actually requested, and I do want to do it. But however, today we're gonna do another song review. It's a song review on Ed Sheeran, as you probably know. However, we're gonna change some things. First of all, I changed my definition of what songs I'll review. Originally, I said anything that peaks at number 60 or better. Whereas now it is whereas now I've changed the criteria. First of all, it must have spent at least 2 weeks in the top 90 and at least one of the following: either 4 weeks in the top 60 or 8 weeks in the top 100. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. One more thing, and then actually, instead of reviewing the most popular one first and the least popular one last, I'm going to review. I'm going to review them worst to best in my opinion. Okay, so my least favorite one, which isn't even bad or terrible, is "Photograph" from his 2015 album. Let me play it. It is the only thing that makes us feel alive. We keep this love in a photograph. As I said, it's not terrible by any means. In fact, I'd say at the very worst, it's slightly mediocre. Like, I mean, you know how people say mediocre when they mean it's below average, and very mediocre when they mean it's almost bad or really below average. I'd say this is probably slightly mediocre at worst. I don't know. At the very worst, on a scale of 0 to 10, I'd give it a 4.5. I'd probably give it at least a 5. And at most I'd give it a 6. So it's one of those songs that's a little bit above average. As you heard, it was a slow song, which sometimes I don't mind slow songs, but and his vocals are a little too soft. Which, I mean, actually his vocals aren't bad, but they are a little too soft, like I said. And yeah, so basically, so like I said, it's not a terrible song. But however, the biggest thing that keeps it from getting a higher score is the fact that that it has barely any energy. Number 2 is okay, so my second least favorite, which again, it's not bad, is Cross Me. Again, not bad. I don't know. I mean, I was gonna say a more annoying, not terribly annoying, but a more annoying part is coming up. Okay, yeah, this part is the more annoying part. Yeah, yeah, his vocals are fine, and the song is fine as well. Yeah, yeah, and then actually Chance the Rapper's part later in the song is fine. It's not my favorite, but definitely much better than his other song Hot Shower, which I'm not going to talk about in this video, obviously. I don't know what I'd give this song, probably a 5.5 or a 6, but I'd probably give it a 5 at worst and a 6.5 at best. So so I would say it is one of those I would definitely say it's above average, and I don't know. I was gonna rate this one worse than Photograph because his vocals are worse than in Photograph. But however, as I mentioned earlier, or as I implied earlier, it has like a faster tempo and less soft vocals and yeah, so overall, I don't know. I judge stuff based off of multiple things, but overall, I'd probably say that I do like. It could depend on my mood, but I'd probably say that they'd like cross me a little bit better than Photograph. It's "Thinking Out Loud" by Ed Sheeran from his 2015 album. Yeah, so that one's slow. Sometimes I don't know. It's another middle of the road one, maybe a little bit better. Also, I'd give it a 5 to a 6.5. Most likely more like a 6 or maybe low 6.5. I don't know. I mean, it kind of depends on my mood. Like if I want more upbeat music and I have a good amount of energy, then I probably wouldn't want it. Then I obviously wouldn't want to hear that. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. As y'all probably heard, I found it was a romantic song, which I did find in this case to be beautiful and lovely, in my opinion. I was gonna say I primarily like the parts in the like not at the beginning because because like his vocals are weaker and there's even less energy there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind that part, but I just like it a good amount less than the rest of the part. And I don't know. I mean, and this song is relatively long. It's over 4.5 minutes. It's possible that it could have been a little bit higher if it was shorter due to the slow beat. Again, that doesn't make the song terrible, but I don't know. I just wouldn't want to listen to a long song that was slow. Yeah. If I haven't said it yet, sometimes I'll listen to this when it comes onto the radio, and sometimes I don't. Again, it depends on my mood. Yeah. Next is "Perfect" from his 2018 album. This one I would definitely give above a 5 out of 10. I would probably say I'd give it a 5.2 at the least, and then a 6.5 at the most. Let me play it. It's from his 2017 album. Again, it's another romantic song. This one seems to be a little bit faster. Yeah, and his vocals are better. Like they're not more. His vocals in the last one weren't terrible, but however, they're less dramatic, which I do like. And yeah. I mean, and again, this one doesn't have a lot of energy, which explains why it's not which explains why it's only an average rating. But I still like it. Whenever I first heard it, I loved it. If you know, it was one of the biggest songs of 2018, and I heard it a lot, and I just got tired of it. But then once it got less airplay, like in late 2018, early 2019, because this song was actually on the charts, in the top 25 until mid to late 2018. It only left due to a recurrent role, which if you look at the Billboard charts, you might know about it. But however, it was in the top 25 for a very long time, all the way up until all the way up until like September 2018. So I don't know. I don't know, like sometime in 2019, I guess, is when I began to like this song a little bit more when I heard it. Next is "The Team," which I do find to be a weird song title, but anyways, let's play it. Again, this is another slow one, but however, I don't know, it gives me a relaxing feeling. I find it a little bit lovely, like some of the other ones. However, this one is higher because as y'all heard, it seems to have it seems to have a faster BPM or beats per minute, even though it does have a slow tempo. Listen again. Yeah, I was clapping to the beats, but yeah, as y'all know, that was a lot faster than the other ones. And yeah, I do find it nice, especially when I'm in a good mood. I would definitely give this one at least a 5.5, and the most I'd give it is a 7 to a 7.5, so most likely like a 6.5 or a 7 in general. I don't really feel like saying a full 7.5, so that's why I said 7.25. Okay, so next one, in terms of worst to least, is as Shape of You. I'm not gonna play this one. I just don't feel like it would necessarily be all appropriate. Yeah, but I mean, besides, you've probably heard it enough. It was the #1 single of 2017, and the #3 single of the entire decade. So yeah, I'm sure you've heard it enough. But it's a fine song. I mean, I don't really like the message, as y'all might guess. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do think it has not a great, but a good beat, and his vocals are fine. I mean, I usually care more about the actual quality than the lyrics. But overall, I'd probably give this song a probably like a 6.5 or a 7. Next is I Don't Care from his more recent 2019 album. This is probably one that you've also heard a lot recently. But yeah, I'm gonna play it right now. To be honest, I don't know. This song to me has like a feel good vibe. I like the sound of it. Ed sings fine, and Justin sings almost as good in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Just hold me near. You can take me anywhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good beat and stuff, and I enjoy it. Yeah, a good tune. Overall, I'd probably give this maybe a little bit below not much, definitely not much below a 7, and I'd probably give it an 8.0 at worst. I most likely give this at least probably at least a 7.5. Next is Sing from his 2014 album. So these vocals right here are a little too high for me, in my opinion, but it's catchy. Yeah, like I said, it's catchy. It's kind of fun to dance to. I'd probably give this somewhere between a 7.5 to a little bit over an 8, like an 8.1. Next is as Don't, which is from his same album. Yeah, it's catchy. Similar to the other one. This one is rated a little bit higher due to it not having those high vocals in part of the song. Yeah, I'd probably give this one like an 8 or an 8.5, so a little bit higher. Next is Lego House, which I actually didn't hear until recently. To be honest, I find this song really beautiful and lovely, even though it's slow, which I mean, I don't really mind slow songs. And that lyric that said, "I'll pick you up when you're getting down," that's just so lovely. I really like this song. I'd probably give it an 8.5 to 9. Yeah, yeah, and his vocals are pretty good, and yeah, I mean, and like I said, although it's slow, I do feel like it has a good beat and tempo for the song. So before I continue, I was gonna say this project is actually taking multiple days. I feel mostly tired, so I don't always want to record. But I was actually gonna say that that because of all the breaks I've taken, I actually just heard an Ed Sheeran song on the radio, which I do think is a coincidence. It's that and I'll actually be reviewing it, and I'll tell you that I'll actually be reviewing it later in this video. I'll tell you which one it is whenever I get to it. But next is River, which was really made by Eminem, but Ed Sheeran sang a good amount of it. To be honest, I mean, I don't know. I mean, while I'm not the biggest fan of hip hop and rap, there are some good rappers like Eminem is rapping good in my opinion here. Okay, now here's Ed's part. So Ed's part that you just heard, I do like that better than Eminem's, which, like I said, I don't really mind his part, and and I'd say Eminem's part is probably decent at worst. So I think both people sing good, and it has a good beat, good flow to it. And I definitely would give this one an 8.5. If you remember, last one I said I'd give it maybe an 8.5. This one I definitely would. Next one is Beautiful People from his 2019 album. Let me play it. To be honest, I don't know. Sometimes I tune away from the station whenever it's playing because I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'd like this a little bit more if I could hear what they're saying in certain parts. I don't know. Like right here, I kind of can't understand what they're fully saying. I mean, and particularly like that part right there. That's the main part that I can't understand. But both Ed and Khalid sing good. I'd probably say Ed sings a little bit better. And it does have like a good, I don't know, it gives me a good feeling. Yeah, like a relaxed, good feeling. And it has a decent to good beat. So yeah, I'd probably give this one an 8.5 to 9. Now we have two more. Okay. Next is Castle on the Hill. Honestly, I really like that lyric. Driving down 90 down those country lanes. To be honest, the lyrics in the song really make me feel good. Yeah, I really like the way it sounds and his vocals. Yeah, it just gives me a good feeling. About feeling free. Yeah, so I feel like it's a pretty good. It's a not too slow, feel good song. I find it to be like a beautiful song, like a happy, beautiful song. I don't know, kind of a mix of the two. And now his best single is, get ready for it, or his best hit single in my opinion is it's from his 2019 album. It's actually his current hit. It is it's South of the Border featuring Camila Cabello and Cardi B. This was actually the first Ed Sheeran song I ever bought. Yeah, and Diamond, my whole stubborn Oh yeah, I was gonna say about Castle of the Hill, I'd probably give that one about a 9.5, so a near perfect score. And this one, yeah, I like Camila singing. Yeah, Yeah, so I really like that song. I like the flow of it, like other ones. It has a good beat. All three sing good, including Cardi B, which I don't always like all of her songs. But yeah, although I wouldn't say she sings as good as Ed Sheeran or Camila Cabello, but she does. She definitely her singing is definitely decent at worst, in my opinion. Yeah. And and actually that was actually the one that I said I heard on the radio recently. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like if you did, and possibly request some things for me to do. I really want to continue posting YouTube videos. I actually have two more ideas. One of them is actually going to be a technology video. But anyways, I'll see you later. Bye.